I am the ICC rep for Law Society. Welcome to anybody who's new or new to campus. But this is a video on how to submit your community service hours in the correct way. I'd like to do this in person, but unfortunately, I have class when we have our regular meetings on Wednesdays. So if anything, I make it to the meetings with like 5-10 minutes left. So I made this video for you guys. That way you guys can watch it and go over it and make sure that you guys submit your community service hours correctly. But to start us off, you're going to head to www.rivasrcc.org. All right, and as you can see, this is going to be the page where you guys submit your hours. Just let you guys know that all community service hours are due December 3rd at 11:59 p.m. So just make sure that you guys submit them before then. That way you know that you have your secure community service hours. Now, if this is your first time going to submit your hours, you guys are going to have to make a new account. And here you guys will just put your first, last name, phone number, create a username, password. For email address, make sure that you guys use your student email. It makes it a lot easier than using like your regular personal email. Trust me, I made that mistake. You also want to put your student ID. Your primary association, you can put Law Society or any other club that you mainly want your focus on. You can choose other clubs once we get into your account, but for primary, I put Law Society. Alrighty, so I already have accounts, so my info's there. I'm just gonna log in. This is kind of just an overview of your information. So like my first, last name, phone number, email, student ID, my primary association. It's just Law Society, but this is where I mentioned that you can choose any other club. And once you do that, you're just going to go to the bottom, hit update account, and it'll remember every program that you're in. Now for submitting hours, you're going to go to the top where it says submit hours. You're going to put all your information here. So for services provided, I'm going to put Law Society meeting. For organizations, you're just going to put, if you're doing this for Law Society or any other club, you're just going to put the club itself. So mine is just going to be Law Society Club. And then a club, again, it'll show up as Law Society because that's what you have. Whatever club that you chose, like I mentioned, for your main account, they will show up here. So, like, I'm part of Law Society as well as the Ujima project. So, my two are there. So, I'm just going to hit Law Society. Hours, quick note about the hours. When you're submitting community service hours, you can only submit, I know it says minimum 1 to max 25, but you can only change it this semester. You can only submit 8 hours or less. So let's say if you have 16 hours of community service hours or 16 hours for community service for one singular club. Let's say for Law Society, we were doing like a movie night and then some other events or something like that. So if anything, just make sure that you don't stick them together where it's past 8 because then it makes it a lot harder for not only our authorizer to approve it, but for also ASRCC to kind of manage them, if that makes sense. So make sure that it's less than 8. I'm going to put 1 hour because that's just how much it was. Make sure that you guys put the correct date. So yesterday we had the meeting, which was the 15th. Now, our authorizer is Professor Judon. She's right here. When you guys are submitting hours for any other club, just make sure that you guys have the correct authorizer. It'll show you every authorizer here. But like I said, just make sure you guys have the correct authorizer. It makes it so much easier for your authorizer and ASRCC to approve those hours. Once you have all that information in, you're just going to hit add hours. And it'll say, cool, it'll say hours submitted, hours successfully recorded. And then you'll get an email saying such that your hours were submitted. Now, to double check on your hours, you're just going to hit to the top again. You're going to hit review hours. And here it'll show you. So here I have to submit many more hours, but you hear it says semester fall 2021. These are the hours here that are pending. And so far I have 2. And once they get approved, it'll show you here at the bottom and you can check like semester wise, but it normally only shows up in the semester that you're currently in. So yeah, once you get them approved, they will be here at the bottom. But that is it. So if you guys have any questions, feel free, to email me. If you guys are in the email list for Law Society for weekly meetings and our weekly emails, mine will be there in the list. It'll say mrobledo11 at rcc.student.edu, if I can remember my student email correctly. But yeah, like I said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to email me. But other than that, that is how you submit hours. Bye.